Hey everybody, it's Diego from Asian Flipper, all the way from Rome, Italy, and always excited to have somebody from Europe, originally in Switzerland. How you doing, Diego?
I'm doing great, Ryan. Thanks for featuring us. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about Asian Flipper.
All right. Like many events, I suppose, we got started during the pandemic. Um, we all had some projects and bands before, of course, and I had always like a soft spot for surf music. That was always in the back of my mind, and I felt like that was the right time to start something in this direction. And we've been active since then.
Awesome. Was this your first venture into surf music?
Pretty much so, yes. I mean, I've played in bands like rockabilly, blues kind of stuff, so it was not like completely a new direction. But I've never played in a surf band before.
Okay, okay. Um, so tell me a little bit about some of the influences and what it was like to be in Switzerland forming a surf band.
Yeah, sure. As I said, I've always liked surf music. I guess it came originally from Pulp Fiction as a teen, and I traveled the U.S. in 17, so a couple of years back, and I was lucky to catch Dick Dale. He was still alive then. I saw a show in San Francisco. I've always listened to it every now and then, and I found some great people to play with, and I always thought I might have some good ideas. I might be able to contribute something in that style of music.
What is it, being that you were in as you described, blues and or rockabilly bands? What is it that you brought from those bands that kind of influenced the writing for this band, Agent Flipper?
Um, I think guitar-wise, there are similarities to other styles like blues rock, like rockabilly, but of course, there's always this Oriental melodic stuff, which is quite particular to surf music, right? I've always been interested in, and I think it's really a question of finding the right people and having the right ideas to bring it together. You know?
Right. How far down the rabbit hole have you gone with surf music? Because once you get started, it can kind of snowball and you can spend the whole night at your computer looking for
Definitely.
new bands.
Sure, yeah, I think to a certain degree. I mean, I will not compete with you doing this channel. I'm sure you must know a lot. But what was interesting when I started listening a bit more and playing this kind of music, I discovered a couple of contemporary bands that I didn't know before. I mean, of course, I knew Message Shops because they are pretty much probably one of the biggest acts from nowadays, I think. But let's say, for example, the Langhorns. I don't know. They're a bit older as well, from Sweden, I think, or Los Dedos from the UK. I discovered a couple of bands that are now playing and very interesting to listen to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, in 2025, what are your plans? I know you had an EP out and some singles. What do you have planned for 2025?
Yeah, we are keeping releasing stuff. We've had a studio session beginning of this year in February. We recorded 5 new tracks, and we are constantly pushing out something digitally right now. So in actually in about 2 weeks, there will be one another digital song, and we have one vinyl EP out as well, Jumping Out the Bay, which we put out as a first thing from the band actually. And the next physical release, it's unclear. We are thinking about doing a split thing, maybe with another band. It might be tape or something fancy, but it's all unclear. Let's see. At the time, we are just releasing bits in digital form.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. Um, I don't want to ask you too many questions about that because I don't want to spoil it for your listeners. uh, but is there anything like you want to talk about gear wise that you kind of, was your must have to get the right sound in this band?
Yeah, I think in terms of gear for a guitar player, I'm pretty much a practical guy. I'm not like a crazy collector of stuff, but of course, I mean, reverb or short delays like this echo effect is just a must-have in surf, which I love. I tend to do more slapback delay than actual reverb, but a combination of the two.
Hmm.
Gear wise, I'm guitar wise, I'm going back and forth between a Strat, a Fender, and a Duesenberg, which is I don't know if you know, it's a
No.
German fabrication of guitars. They make nice, let's say, Gretsch style guitars. Yeah.
Okay.
Hollow body with P90 type pickups.
Okay.
I like as well. They are a bit warmer for surf, but I like it very much. The combination of those.
Yeah. What would you say would be your go-to amp at this point in your venture?
Yeah, pretty much Fender combos if they're available. So yeah, I mean we are going back and forth playing in Italy and Switzerland. We've been playing in the UK last year as well. So sometimes I just borrowed something, but I love Fender amps if possible,
Yeah.
especially
Great.
for
Yeah, yeah, totally. So is there anything else you'd like to talk about or mention that I may not have asked about?
maybe if you have some European viewers, I'll just plug the next three gigs. By the end of November, we'll be playing in the 29th in Torino, in Italy, the 30th November in Rome, and then the next weekend, the beginning of December, the 5th, we'll be playing in Zurich, in Switzerland.
Oh, wow, excellent. All right, Diego, I want to thank you so much for being on the show and good luck with the rest of the year and into 2025 with your new releases.
Thank you so much, Ryan. I think it's a great thing. I mean, I just now discovered your channel, checked out a lot of other bands uh, and interviews and stuff. I think it's a great resource. It's actually quite interesting.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. I'm glad you enjoyed. That's what it is. It's a resource for everybody.